a service to the community, and a union benefit that helps you get your 4-year degree. Activate Live starts now.
Activate your voice. Activa tu voz. Activate now.
Speak up. Speak out. Get involved. Get involved.
Engage-toi.
Take action.
Aktiviere deine Stimme.
We're union and we're proud.
Welcome to Activate Live. I'm Tanya Hutchins, coming to you from Machinists Union headquarters in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. It's Latina Equal Pay Day, which isn't a good thing in itself. We'll tell you why and how one constituency group is educating the community in just a moment. But first, teachers at Yoga Works in New York voted yes by an overwhelming majority to join together as part of the Machinists Union. The National Labor Relations Board tallied mailed-in ballots Monday after a 9-month organizing campaign to improve working conditions. Now, congratulations to all of the instructors. You can follow Unionized Yoga on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get the latest updates. Well, last week was National Apprenticeship Week. Organizations hosted events nationwide to celebrate the work of apprentices and connect employees to the future workforce. Apprenticeship training is the oldest, most traditional method of on-the-job training. You can find more information about the IAM's apprenticeship programs at goiam.org. That's goiam.org. We have some great apprenticeship programs, so we hope you look into that, and we get a lot of calls about that as well. Well, Latina Equal Pay Day is the date Latina women have to work into 2019 to earn what white men earned in all of 2018. It is November 20th, and this is Latina Equal Pay Day this late in the year. Joining us now from a national summit called Forging Our Future is Yanira Marino, president of the Labor Council for Latin American Advancement, or LACLA. Thanks for taking the time to join us, Yanira.
No, thank you. Thank you for once again having us talking about this important issue.
Well, what is happening today at the summit that you're at in downtown Washington, D.C.?
You know, it's amazing. It's about 100 plus women here from different sectors, different parts of the country, different industry, talking about this issue, how important it is, how to affect us, and how we can change it in a positive way. So it has been exciting presentation by different people coming together, networking, social media, bringing this issue up to the front. Awareness, education, and mobilizing is what is going to get us to get a change, not only in the laws, but how we conceive or learn about this very, very unfair issue for women. Because it does not only affect us women, affect our communities, affect our future, affect the country.
That's one of the things I was going to ask you. How does this pay gap affect Latino workers on a day-to-day basis?
Well, let me tell you, let me start by throwing you some numbers here. 54 cents of what a white non-Hispanic man makes. So we can probably talk about what is it, how can we invest that? Some of the math that is telling us that will probably give us 3 years of daycare, paying daycare for us. I mean, for many of us that are mothers, we know what that means. So it will probably give us also 3.7 years of buying groceries. So that's how it affects us. And I'm not going to go into how it will help us to build wealth for our retirement years, which is also ended up in how well we're going to do in our community. So I think it's important. The difference, we also spent a lot of time talking about the union difference. What do I mean by that? So we talk about women that are in union and have collective bargaining agreements. We make $836 a week compared to women who are not in union that only make $600 a week. You can see the difference there. What we'll be able to do if we have that extra money? Education, buying a house, our self-education, participating in other social community events that we care about. But now we have to work, many of us 1, 2, or 3 jobs and actually be able to sustain, not to save, but just to sustain our bills for a week or a month.
And you mentioned the union difference. I mean, this is one of the things that is helping women, including Latina women, to move up into the middle class.
No, definitely. So bringing about the role the union have played and continue to play in the life of a country and building that middle class, I think is important because, I mean, many Latino women do not know this. Even some of our allies do not know it. So it is important. But the other thing that I want to put emphasis here, a lot of the people that are here today are young Latina. You know, not only students, but people who just joined the labor force in this country that are learning different skills and tools that they can use in order to advance themselves, their organizations, their unions, but also their communities. And that's very important and very inspiring.
Yanira, I understand one of your discussions was around some of the key policy efforts at the state and local levels. Can you tell us anything about that? Did that come up today?
No, it did. And it's basically one of the things to begin with, Tanya. We are encouraging every single young Latina, anybody, any Latina to run for office because we know what that difference that makes. We also encourage them to go and talk to their representatives to actually talk not only about this issue, but issues that are affecting Latinas and Latino family. And I think that message is getting across. We also talk about probably in the future having more conversations in Congress, but continue to push the Act of Equal Pay passed 50 years ago, Tanya, and we're still fighting for that. So I think basta is the word that we're using right here. How we're going to organize and mobilize ourselves to make a change that is a permanently one.
Yeah, that is unbelievable, 50 years. Well, the Labor Council for Latin American Advancement is holding a series of events aimed at empowering Latina women and advocating for equal pay. And part of that effort is your Trabajadoras campaign, where you said you have 20 young Latinas from across the nation who gathered in the nation's capital to shed light on the wage gap that Latinas face. You know, tell us about this fellowship more. I see the Trabajadoras sign behind you. Tell us when it takes place and who can apply.
Well, let me tell you, it's 20 young women that anybody can apply. We encourage unions, we encourage our chapters to actually recruit young Latinas, to bring them, because we discuss, as I said, issues that are affecting us, our ability to make more money, how do we negotiate when we enter the workforce in this country, but the impact at a personal level and how that would impact our community. These women put themselves through hours of just discussing with people who have the experience, have been working in the different issues that are important for us. Elected officials came to talk to them, and they will continue for almost a year having a conversation every month about issues that would affect and impact their life as workers and as Latinas and community members. So it's a whole year that they prepare themselves, they learn the tools, they get information of how to continue fighting for their rights and how they continue fighting for this very unfair gap pay that exists for Latinos.
If there's a Latina watching, how can she apply to be a part of this fellowship?
You know, they can go to the LACLA webpage. The union must probably will give you the information, but they can go to our webpage and you'll find all the information. And I invite them to join us. I invite them to look what kind of information we're going to bring to them. We'll be in touch with them to have a conversation with their union, their community groups, or even their universities, because it's an important program. And learn a lot of skills, and they will have a lot of fun.
Well, you talked about how inspiring the young women were, and I just want to let you know that you are inspiring to all of us as the national president of LACLA.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, LACLA President Yanira Moreno. Good luck with the rest of the day.
Thank you very much.
Well, let us know what you think about Latina Equal Pay Day. Can you believe that it would take until 2224 for Latinas to achieve pay equity? That's 205 years from now. Join the conversation and make your voices heard right here on this social media network. Well, Machinist Union members give back to the community year-round, but our community service ramps up even more during the holidays. IAM Midwest Territory members are giving back to the communities in which they live and work under the helm of the Territory's IAM Helps in the Community program. Now, IAM Helps stands for Honoring, Engaging, Lifting, Providing, and Servicing. That initiative, now in its third year, is a part of the Territory's continued efforts to provide essential support to residents in need. Districts are tasked with hosting at least one community service event per year. Past projects have included helping a local domestic violence shelter, renovating a local homeless shelter, and providing a warm meal to the less fortunate. Joining us now from our Midwest Territory is IAM Local 777 President Scott Hargis. Thanks for joining us, Scott.
Hello.
Well,
Thank you,
Scott,
Tanya.
you're welcome. Your local and district had a community service project recently in Missouri. How did this latest project come about?
Well, we're very active in District 9. All 10 locals participate yearly in community service projects, whether it's through the generous donations from our members, fundraising, or boots on the ground. The latest event that we just participated in was a boots on the ground event. Our brother Mike Ringo out of 1345 was our liaison for this. He actually reached out to the community and a councilwoman in the city of Ferguson, Missouri, and asked if there's anything we could do to provide some service to the community. At first, I think they were a little bit hesitant about it, but after they got to meet us and understand what we are about, we're a very diverse union, they accepted us with open arms.
So what exactly did you do in the park that day?
Well, what we did is it's a park renovation. It's a two-phase project that we're participating in. The first one was this fall, where we actually went in and we cleared the grounds of this park of all the debris, dead plants, bushes, poison ivy, you name it. We just basically gave it a manicure. From there, we're coming back into spring to complete our mission in our project plan. We'll re-manicure the grounds. We're going to paint the playground equipment. And then we're going to host a barbecue for the community. This park is located in a subdivision of Ferguson, Missouri, and it hasn't been used in quite a while from the community as far as the children and the neighbors and that. So we want to give it a facelift and give it back to them to present it in a good manner.
Now, you just went by this so fast, but from what I understand, what you just said, you didn't just end with that one day of cleaning up the park. You said you're going to continue this relationship.
That's exactly right. We have a phase 2 project slated for the spring, weather depending, and it will happen. Whether it happens in March or April is, depending on the weather. But we are going back to complete our mission and rededicate the park to the community and host a barbecue so we can have the children and the families out.
What kind of participation did you have? Because it looked like you had a lot of members out there.
Oh, we had a great turnout for this, Tanya. I'm telling you, it was a phenomenal turnout. We had 40 people come out. A lot of the members brought their family members. We encouraged them to bring their children out. One of our biggest traits of being a machinist is we're very gracious, and we want to teach that to the younger generation. And we also want to teach them diversity. I've said this over and over again: red, white, black, blue, pink, purple, yellow, camouflage. We do not see color. And with that being said, straight, gay, transgender, lesbian, bisexual, we don't care about sexual preference. What we care about is that if you need the machinist in your community or you want to have a career as a machinist, we have the resources to make that happen. So we're all about communities and careers.
Now, did you have some community members who are union members who live in that community?
We do. We do have members in the community. They did come on and actually participate also. We had a councilwoman that showed up, Councilwoman Fran Griffin from Ward 3. She came out. She was very overwhelmed with our progress. And like we told her, we're not one and done. We're here to do the job right. And if they need us again, to reach out to us, because we're not going nowhere.
Scott, how did that community service make you feel personally?
Well, first of all, it's an honor. Everybody knows about Ferguson, Missouri in the last couple of years in the news, and it hasn't been positive. This is a great community. There are some struggles there, but we can lend a hand to our brothers and sisters. It made me feel very, very proud that our members came out in such a force, and that they're already asking about when we're going back.
Oh, that's wonderful. You know, I think it says a lot to all of the locals and the entire district that you do this every year. Is there anything else that you want people to know about IAM Helps that we haven't spoken about yet?
Well, you know, besides boots on the ground, I mean, we also we try to pick out 4 to 5, 6 maybe events a year and coordinate them. Um, with that, whether we do fundraisers or, like I said, the generosity of donations to our members. This year alone, we've given to a school district called Operation Backpack, where we helped fund some meals for children on the weekends that have no meals on the weekends. We had a huge tornado in Jefferson City, Missouri this year on May the 21st, and F4 hit that town. We went there in July with thousands of dollars worth of personal hygiene items for that community. We had an inner city school that wanted to build a urban agricultural garden to teach the children agricultural gardening in the urban district. We went down there and we helped them along with that. So it's not only just giving monetarily or material items, it's putting boots on the ground and giving them muscle strength and encouragement. More than that, really encouragement.
Well, we're so inspired by you. We're so glad that you are upholding this community service mantra that we have. So thank you so much for joining us, Scott.
Well, listen, thank you. And I want to say thanks to all the instructors out at the Winpisinger. You know, they promote this also heavily, and we appreciate everything they do and what you do for us, too.
Thank you. And for those of you watching who don't know, the William W. Winpisinger Education and Technology Center is our training center in Hollywood, Maryland. So that was IM Local 777 President Scott Hargis in our Midwest Territory in District 9. So let us know what you think of the second half of our motto, service to the community. You can activate your voice using live chat on YouTube by replying to this video on Twitter, even during the replay. Well, we've told you about the IAM's free college benefit, and now we have even more good news, a new program in which members and their families can earn their bachelor's degrees at an extremely discounted cost. Our next guest is Tim Ryan of the Student Resource Center to tell us all about it. Thanks for being here, Tim.
Hey, Tanya, thanks for having me. I'm excited
No
to be
problem. Okay, how much of a discount are we talking about
First
here?
question everybody asks.
Yep.
So we went through that with the 2-year program. Everybody wanted to know what's it cost, and it was free. The 4-year bachelor's degree program is no more than $9,000, and in many cases less, and we'll tell you about how we can, bring that cost down on a per student basis, but that is 1/3 of the national average for what it costs to get a bachelor's degree because you're a member of the IMAW.
Who are you partnering with?
We have partnered with Central State University of Ohio. This is an institution that was established in 1887.
Wow.
Fully accredited, and they've been around the block a few times. They've gone through a couple of registration cycles since 1887. So we're excited to be partnered with them, and also part of the Ohio University school system, and in Ohio where Eastern Gateway Community College is.
Excellent. Now we have the phone number up here. We're going to put it up again, don't worry, with the website, and you'll be able to see all of that in a little bit. But what is required if someone would like to enroll?
Okay, so to begin your bachelor's degree program, okay, you would need to have 60 credits through your associate degree program, which you can get completely free, books included, from Eastern Gateway Community College. We can move those credits over to Central State University, and there you would start your 3rd year and then into your 4th year to complete 120 credit bachelor's degree program. The reason I said it was no more than $9,000 is every student, and that includes books, every student who continues on for a bachelor's degree program with us, or if you already have an associate's degree from somewhere else and you just want to complete a bachelor's degree, come on in. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, we'd love to have you. We take a look at your Pell Grant funding when you complete your FAFSA application. So depending upon the amount of money you get from your Pell Grant funding, we apply that towards the $4,500 a year, again, books included, and we reduce that number on a student-by-student basis. So some people will go for less, and some people will go for free all the way through a 4-year fully accredited degree.
Okay, so it just depends on your case, and you can apply and see what it turns out for each person.
Exactly.
Okay, so what types of majors or degree programs do you have available for this bachelor's degree program?
Okay, so we launched with a business management degree program and a teacher's education degree program that is pre-K through 5. And in 2020, which is right around the corner, we're going to start rolling out more and more degree programs in the hopper as a general studies, criminal justice, and just like we did with the 2-year associate degree program, we'll just keep adding them as we go.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, remind us who is eligible, just to get, if people are just joining us.
Okay, so there is a full list of who qualifies on the free college.goim website, but the IEMAW has kept it simple. Okay. The thing we like to say as far as who can go, if you're a dues paying member and you want to know who in your family can get a free college education because you're part of the IEMAW, we like to say it's anyone you would invite to Thanksgiving dinner, even if you don't get along all the time, you're welcome
Mom,
to go.
dad, aunts,
siblings,
uncles.
nieces, nephews, son-in-laws, very important, retirees in good standings.
Okay.
They still qualify, but they can also continue to share the free college benefit and the bachelor's degree program as their families continue to grow. It's a nice gift for the grandkids.
Okay. Now this is the freecollege.imaw, or is it freecollege.goam.org?
Okay.
I just mixed the two up. I'm so sorry. But when
I get confused myself.
When you get to this website, Tim, walk us through where you go to get the information about the 4-year discounted
Sure.
program.
So there's a lot of similarities here in how we complete the onboarding process, okay? Everyone, just like with the 2-year associate degree program, will come on to the program and receive an advisor. But if you go to the freecollege.goim website and you scroll down a little bit, a third of the way down, you're going to see an icon that says bachelor's degree.
That's the purple
You click on that. Click on the purple.
Okay.
Purple means bachelor's degree.
Okay. And it takes you here?
That will take you to this website. Now, this website is where you will complete the inquiry form just like you would with Eastern Gateway. The only difference is it's going to assign you an advisor for a 4-year degree program. So we've separated those two. They're all part of the same facility. They're all OPEIU union members, supporting union members, but we needed to give the 4-year questions that expertise, so those advisors are trained to answer that for you.
Now, I did see there was a form on there that said get started, and that's where you can fill out your information?
Very simple. You click the Get Started button, and it's going to ask you some basic information, first name, last name, address. Once you click Submit, that begins the onboarding process. You automatically receive an enrollment checklist. You automatically get redirected to the application page. You automatically get assigned an advisor. And then you'll get the mailing and address information for Central State University, fax and email to start sending any previous transcripts over to the college that you have. And your advisor will keep you up to date on where you are in the onboarding process. Once you've completed your onboarding requirements, we'll give you a calendar appointment for registration that fits your busy schedule, and the registrar's office will call you. If you pick up the phone when we call on the time and date you said works for you, at the end of that phone call, you're a college student. It's that simple.
Okay, you all at Student Resource Center, your college partners, and the IAM unions are really making some people's dreams come true. How does it make you feel knowing that you're helping so many people?
It's amazing. Okay, we've had over 4,000 IEMAW members or family have registered and taken classes with us, and nobody has opened up a checkbook or a wallet. It's completely free, books included. The demand for a 4-year degree program was just off the charts.
That's what I was going to ask you. How's the
Off
feedback?
the charts. We introduced it a couple of months ago just to kind of get the flow going. We cracked the spigot a little bit, so to speak, and we've got over 2,000 inquiries already. And we really haven't even begun to put the message out there. The new booklet's available, so people can access it there. It's updated now on the websites. They can get information there and start enrolling. How does it make me feel? With $1.5 trillion in student loan debt in America right now, I get to get up every single morning as an IEMAW member myself and help my brothers and sisters and their families get a free college education or a really, really inexpensive bachelor's degree. So I love it.
That's excellent. All right, I know you have some other things going on in the IAM world of higher education. So what else is going on? Because I'm hearing about certificates and other programs.
So we try to react to demand, and it's difficult to stay ahead of the new and exciting things that keep coming out, so I'm really grateful to be here to talk about them. But I'm excited about the certificates and degrees that we've been able to provide. If you go to the freecollege.goim website, right next to the purple icon for the bachelor's degree is a blue icon. And that will give members and their families access to some specific degree programs at deeply discounted, most of the time It's just covering the cost of some of the technical books that you have to purchase to complete these certificates.
So you click right there in the middle, in the
Yep.
blue, and then you'll get the information about the certificate programs and the discounted.
Yeah, the blue icon there will give you the ability to download a PDF with all the costs and descriptions of what's available. Again, these are things that members were asking for that we were able to provide them. So we've just added it on as part of the Eastern Gateway Community College free college benefit.
I see the first thing there says health information management. I heard health information is like the hot thing to do these days.
It's huge, and it expands from there. We do health information management. We do medical coding certificates. We have a medical scribe certificate. We have a central technician. These are people in hospitals that are actually maintaining the medical equipment that people use, the doctors and nurses use to save lives.
Is that what the central service tech is?
Perfect, exactly.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I saw information technology, and I thought fire science looked so fun.
We love fire science. This is a certificate and a degree program option that was put together in conjunction with the Ohio Association of Firefighters. So this is a program built by firefighters for firefighters to become more knowledgeable about firefighting, but also help advance them in their careers.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That was awesome. I used to live in Ohio for like 15 years, so I've met some of the Ohio
Well, that's our home
firefighters,
state, so
all
we
right.
love Ohio.
Go Bucks, OH.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't pick a side, but.
I know, see, I can pick a side. No problem there. So I'm so happy to hear that you're getting such good feedback.
It's unbelievable. We just kind of cracked the spigot a little bit, and we've got thousands of inquiries already. So we are looking forward to the explosive growth that we experienced in the 2-year program. We know we're going to see it in the 4-year program. Again, if you've got an associate's degree, come on and finish, get a bachelor's, or more importantly, or equally as important, we've given students who are now getting their free associate's degree from Eastern Gateway Community College some place to go after graduation. A lot of them wanted the 4-year degree.
Okay, one last question from me, and then I'll give you the open mic, okay? What if you still have outstanding student loans? Can you apply for this, or do you have to finish all your loans from your associate? Like, let's say you came from somewhere else. And
Sure. So if you have outstanding student loans, doesn't matter, come on board, but you have to be in good standing with your student loan payments, okay? People, for a lot of different reasons that were unable to make those payments, we can't support financially those payments, but we can talk you through how to get back in good standings, negotiate a minimum payment, but we won't use that as a roadblock for you to start taking your classes. What we like to feel is that if you've got some prior student loans but couldn't get a degree, now you can get a degree with just what you borrowed before. And
That's
it's worked
good
out great.
news.
It's just helped so many people out that really needed an extra leg up in that regard because
some
it's
people just need
expensive.
help. You're
Yeah,
right.
Right out of the gate, a third less, it's a third of the national average. So you look at what it costs to go to college in relationship to, keep this money in the family. Keep it in your retirement account. Keep it in your family. Keep it off the shoulders of your children and your family members in the form of student loan debt. Or if you've got some debt and you couldn't complete a degree, here's your chance to go ahead and finally get that degree you were trying to get. So it's exciting.
I think it helps so much, just the fact that you can tell people how they can get into good standing. I mean, that alone, that guidance is very special to a lot of people who just don't know.
It used to be you had to make payments on time for 6 months to get that letter in good standing. We will let you start taking classes now, as long as you have actually shown the effort. And I've seen payments get as low as $20. It's a very individual type of process to get that back up and running, but I've seen them as low as $20 a month. And as long as you actually get that letter in good standing by the end of your first term, you're fine. You're good to go. Yeah.
All right, here's your moment, your open mic. Is there anything else you'd like people to know?
There's too much to say in one brief thing. It's
Pick
so
one,
exciting.
pick one thing.
Okay, pick one. I am just very proud to be an IMAW member and have the opportunity to come out and talk about this benefit. This was something that was on demand. People were asking us for it. We love the 2-year, we need a 4. We love these certificates. Can you provide them for us? So we are just continually reacting to the needs and desires of the members and their families. And it wouldn't surprise me if people start asking for a master's degree next. We feel like we need a little break. Building a college was a lot of work.
never
So
know.
we could use a rest, but you never know. We'd be happy to do it when the time comes. So.
Maybe 5 years from now. Okay, so here's the info. Grab a pen, a pencil, or type it in your phone under notes. The phone number is 1-888-897-9671. That's 1-888-897-9671. 897-9671. The website, unionlowcostdegrees.org. You can also go to freecollege.goiam.org. I got it right this time. And so you have a chance to get a free college associate degree. You can get help to get an extremely discounted bachelor's degree now, and there are new programs that are available. So check out the website. Call the phone number if you have any questions. Partnership with Central State and also with Eastern Gateway Community College in Ohio. So we'll bring you more success stories. Tim comes back every once in a while, so every time he has an update, we'll check in with him. So thank you so much for joining us,
My pleasure.
Tim.
Thanks for having me.
So what do you think? Let us know. Activate your voice using live chat on YouTube, comments on Facebook, or by replying to this video on Twitter. You can even comment during the replay. We hear a lot about history, but we don't always hear much about labor history on mainstream media. Here's a look back at this week's organized labor history. So this week in 1903, it was November 19th, the Women's Trade Union League formed to educate women about union membership, better working conditions, and the exploitation of women workers. On this same day in 1915, labor organizer Joe Hill was executed by a Salt Lake City, Utah firing squad. He had been arrested and condemned to death for a murder, even though supporters claimed no clear evidence existed to convict him. On the eve of his death, he wrote, "Don't waste any time mourning. Organized." A lot of people remember that quote, organize. So we are paying tribute to Joe Hill. On November 20th, 1990, it was the first time in postal history that the United States Postal Service failed to reach an agreement with any of the 4 postal unions. So I think this date is also the time that the American Postal Workers Union, APWU, their contract ran out on this date. Well, if you're a member of the IAM, one of the benefits of your union membership is the ability to take classes at the Winpisinger Education and Technology Center in Hollywood, Maryland. So the 2020 schedule is now available online. Here is the website to check that schedule. It's winpisinger.iamaw.org. It's winpisinger.iamaw.org. Guide Dogs of America's biggest fundraiser of the year begins Thursday and ends with a big tie-dye banquet on Saturday night. Not black tie, but tie-dye, to raise funds for people who are blind or visually impaired to receive guide dogs for free. The cost to raise those dogs and have all the classes is well over $40,000. So we'll have updates for you next week. Check iMail if you're an IAM member twice a week, and we'll have updates for you as well on our social media pages. And don't forget to register at iam2020.org so you can make your voice heard during the IAM's presidential endorsement process. All of the info is on the website. So we hope that you make your voice heard. Go to iam2020.org. That is it for this episode of Activate Live. Thanks for joining our conversation. Oh, my New York accent's coming out. Conversation. We'll see you next Wednesday on this same social media platform. Forget about it.